मेरे पिताजी वो लंदन में थे, उनको वेज ऑफ वर्किंग ऑफ द कंपनी पसंद नहीं है. So they started doing R&D, and they made this lovely lamb mutton gravy and parathas. So the quintessential paratha became the first gig for them, and they started selling it behind the back seat of their car in Vihar Lake. Then somebody told them that it's so tasty, you should think of scaling it. So that thought that ऐसा खाएगा तो it won't grow. So he thought of making it a wrap. हम लोगों को बचपन से यही सिखाया जाता है कि भैया पीछे नहीं खड़े होना, किसी को ये नहीं बोलना कि हम आपके पीछे खड़े हैं. Correct. हमको आता ही नहीं.
When you feel that little evening hunger pang, there is only one answer: Frankie. No fuss, easy to eat, a roll that fills both heart and stomach. Just like Thanda matlab Coca-Cola, for India it's simple. Frankie matlab Tibbs. The name Tibbs itself has become synonymous with Frankie. Born in Mumbai streets in 1969, what began as an experiment is now a culture. From school breaks to movie intervals, Frankie is part of every moment. And behind it all is the Tibbs family. Today, carrying the legacy forward, with us on Voices for Local is Jasmit Tibb. Thank you so much for choosing to be a part of Voices for Local, Jasmit. I'm very excited about this conversation.
Thank you so much for having me here. When I walked in, like I said, the vibe in this place is so good. I just feel I'm at home. So thank you so much for making me feel so comfortable.
Thank you. You know, Frankie is something that, like I said in my introduction, Frankie matlab Tibbs. ये journey actually शुरू हुई कहाँ से?
Actually ये शुरू हुई जब मेरे पिताजी वो लंदन में थे. उन्होंने एक शुरू किया था इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंपनी, मैं उसका नाम नहीं लेना चाहूँगा जी. वो भी मेरे जैसे ही थे, इमोशनल. तो उनको वेज ऑफ वर्किंग ऑफ द कंपनी पसंद नहीं है, तो उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि वापस वो इंडिया आएंगे. मेरे दादाजी वॉज गेटिंग ओल्ड, तो जब वो आ रहे थे उन्होंने बेरूत पे ही टुक अ स्टॉप ओवर. तो जब वहाँ रुके तो उन्होंने कुछ ऐसे वेरियस फूड प्रोडक्ट्स ट्राई किए. तो एक ऐसा लेबनीज प्रीटा रैप था. तो वो फार्मासिस्ट थे. द बेस्ट पार्ट इज ही वाज नॉट अ केटरिंग कॉलेज बैकग्राउंड लाइक मी. तो उन्होंने वो उनके दिमाग में जहन में रह गया. फिर कट टू 1969, उन्होंने मेरी मम्मी लेट श्रीमती सुरेंद्र कौर टिब को बोला कि he used to always call us Sundar. I miss her, but he used to say, Sundar, asina air kar de, means let's do this. So they started doing R&D, and they made this lovely lamb mutton gravy and parathas. Punjabi's parathas.
Right, correct.
So the quintessential paratha became the first gig for them, and they started selling it behind the back seat of their car in Vihar Lake. The volume grew it went to the trunk. And at that time, that's how enterprise was done.
Correct, exactly.
Then somebody told them that it's so tasty, you should think of scaling it. So that thought that ऐसा खाएगा तो it won't grow. So he thought of making it a wrap. Then that 6-month journey of making a wrap, trials, error, and everything, and they, touchwood, with grace of Vaheguru, they managed it. Then the story came कि उसको बोले क्या. So dad used to cater. He was a fantastic entrepreneur. He used to cater. यहाँ जाते थे, वहाँ जाते थे. फिर एक बार वो ब्रेबॉन स्टेडियम में एक मैच को केटर कर रहे थे. अभी वो मैच था इंडिया और वेस्ट इंडीज़ का 1970 या 71 में. तब वहाँ सर फ्रैंक वॉरल करके एक प्लेयर थे. तो उन्होंने एक सुपर शॉट मारा और किसी ने बोला व्हाट अ शॉट फ्रैंकी. आई किड यू नॉट, माय फादर पिक दैट वर्ड एंड दैट्स हाउ फ्रैंकी वाज कॉइन्ड.
वाओ.
So can you imagine the genius of my late father, Shri Amarjit Singh Tibb? Hats off to him. Cheers, Dad. So, that's what, when we say that no matter what, sanskar, vichar, and teachings of the elders is invaluable.
I don't think they make people like that anymore.
True that.
That generation taught us many things. Now it's up to us what we imbibe and we take it forward.
Totally. I'm with you so much on that. And those are the values which, I'm blessed to have the, the luck, the good fortune to carry the legacy forward.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what are the qualities of your father that you have firmly imbibed in the business today?
My dad taught me a couple of things. That journey with him, I was the youngest of 6 siblings, so I'd had a very, I still say, a very brief journey with him. You know, he left me when I was only all of 32. So I always, that's the only thing I fight, you know, upstairs with, and I said that, you know, it was too early. But he had begun his journey. So the things I learned from him in that brief time was, first thing was honesty.
Honesty.
Honesty towards yourself.
Right.
Honesty towards what you want to do every morning when you get up. And integrity of purpose. And he told me, he used to tell me, he said, beta tu factory na jai agar tu, you're not going to be going with a positive mindset, and because food takes in energy, right?
That's right.
Now, if you see the gentleman who served me coffee, I was in gratitude towards him.
Yes.
That becomes part of our nature. If you're in the food industry, and I'd say this to all the entrepreneurs who, if they are listening to me, do not enter it if you're entering just from the idea of valuations or making money. That is a byproduct, that is needed, yes. But first, how much of your efforts will satiate the palates of the people? जैसे कोई product खा रहे हैं. So that value he taught me. Right. Secondly, he always taught me, always rise with all the people जो तेरे नाल काम करते हैं, जो तेरे साथ काम करते हैं.
Take them with you.
Take them with you.
Yeah.
उनको कभी छोड़ना मत. And what he meant that at that age, I was immature when he told me that. He told me, I thought साथ में लेके चलो when we grow. What he meant was not that. He said, वो तो एक minor part है. उनकी तकलीफों के पहले तुम खड़े हो. उनको बच्चों को कुछ ज़रूरत है तो तुमको you should be there.
You should be there for them.
He said, if Vihar has given you that abilities to be there for people, be there for people.
Be there for people.
And then he taught me the basic thing and the best thing, which I think I still follow that every day. And that is, make 2 people smile in a day.
Wow. Because you entered and you made me not just smile, but you made me laugh.
That was for another reason. No, because you yourself did that. So you see, when you meet people who have so much of good energy and good vibes and gratitude written all over them, you have nothing else but to be the same, no? My father used to tell me कि तू किसी को सत श्री अकाल बोलेगा वो सामने से गाली नहीं देगा.
नहीं देगा. I think that also has a lot to do with our culture and the fact that Sikhs as a community believe in shukr.
Shukr.
And not just shukr, they believe in the ability of seva. So when he meant take people up, मुश्किलों के वक्त उनके साथ खड़े रहो, I think today not just, you know, a handful, you can see what's happening in Punjab. You're getting Punjab's resilience shown in the flood situation. You can see people come together and help, and you still only find reels of the Punjabis still smiling.
हमको कुछ और आता ही नहीं.
आता ही नहीं है, correct.
So हम लोगों को वो बोलते हैं ना सिर देख के सरदारी देते हैं. हम लोगों को बचपन से यही सिखाया जाता है कि भैया पीछे नहीं खड़े होना. किसी को ये नहीं बोलना कि हम आपके पीछे खड़े हैं.
Correct.
हमको आता है. नाल खड़े हैं, आगे खड़े.
आगे खड़े.
The reason हम वो लोग बोलते हैं कि यहाँ तो सब सरदार हैं. उनका मतलब ये होता है कि सब लीडर्स हैं, तो लीडर आइडेंटिफाई कैसे करें?
कैसे करें? Correct.
क्योंकि सब बोलते हैं मैं फर्स्ट, और वो मैं फर्स्ट ईगो के लिए नहीं होता.
Yeah.
How can I be there for you first?
Exactly.
And can you imagine, my dear, how blessed I am that I am doing, Vaheguru is giving me the chance to feed thousands and thousands of people every day.
Every day.
I mean, I can be saying gratitude, I can say thank you 2,000 times a day, and I think that would be less.
So tell me, what are the average Frankies you sell on a daily basis?
Oh, lots of them.
So what's the kind of number we are looking at? Like some...
Oh, I would say 20, 30,000.
My God.
Across India.
Yeah. And how many outlets across India today?
Right now, I think close to 220.
Wow.
We were much higher, but after COVID, we corporatized this company. I was blessed to get my 2 younger brothers. One, because he's my first cousin, Harpreet joined us, and he was the genius in marketing. Then the other brother, who's not from another mother, but he's Mr. Vikas Khemani. He runs a very big fund. So with them coming in, we decided that to corporatize it, the need of the hour. And then the systems changed and we became today. So yeah, and now we're going to scale and now we're out in the market to scale. I think our ambitious plan for the next 5 years should be anywhere between 700 to 1,000 stores.
Wow. And how are you going to ensure the quality and the secret family recipe of Tibb, the masala, remains consistent?
See, the Frankie masala is still very closely guarded with all of us.
Correct.
तो
वो तो family secret है.
family secret है और वो अभी वो तो बॉम्बे से ही जाता है.
जी.
So that is a no-brainer.
Correct.
Then now over the years till 2017 I was alone and I had my older brother Mr. Jasmit Tibb with me, but now Bhai and me have different paths. We love each other a lot. That's why we took different paths. He was a great help to me at that time. So we decided, till then, being the chef, I was given the onus of making. I'm sorry, sounding boisterous, but I got the blessings of my dad. So I also became a little visionary. So I was always planning 5 years ahead.
Right.
So in that time, I started making my recipe. By the way, all the recipes of Tibbs are curated by me.
Curated by you.
Yeah, because I am the chef. So I will take a pat on the back for that. That's fine.
Super.
So,
और सबसे favorite आपकी recipe कौन सी है?
Which mum created is the mutton Frankie. Which I created is the chicken tikka Frankie. And now, which me and the team and all of us have created, is we were the first Indian chain to make plant-based protein in a wrap. So we call that proti roti.
Oh.
So for that, we were acknowledged by a lot of people, and it's doing well. In fact, other international chains have just followed suit, but that was a big one. Recently, we've launched something called Midnight Rapsters, where we're doing multigrain with kebabs and salad and all that. So that's the way we're catering to the generation today and what we think is right. But the classics, how we ensure, just to get back to how we ensure quality is, we make sure that the commissaries or the central kitchens across wherever cities have very strong training, very strong systems, very strong controls. And today with AI and technology and everything, you can
be synced.
monitored. Yeah. And plus we've restructured the back end, so the logistics is taken care of. So everything last 7 years has been a big change.
But I think one of the biggest reasons the consistency remains is because you are from the hotel industry,
yes,
from the food and beverage industry.
Yes.
So आपको पता है exactly kitchen में क्या हो रहा है, आपको पता है कितना मसाला डालना है, मैनपा कहाँ से सोर्स करनी है. So you know that because you know the craft so well, you are fully hands-on to be able to manage the thing.
Totally. And you see, when you worked on that side of the table also, you understand कि आपकी team के requirements क्या है.
Yeah.
What do they feel when they're about to make a recipe? What is the mindset? What is the temperature? What is everything? Because my father didn't give me this seat just like this. In fact, I used to ask my mom, I said, am I part of the Tibb family or मैंने पूछ कितने लेके आए?
कितने लेके आए?
Yeah, and I used to ask her that, and she used to always give me a pat on my head, and she said, you trust me? And I said, yes, mom. And she said, go and do it. I mean, my biggest MBA, you said to make it fun, so I'm making it fun. My biggest MBA was, I passed out of IHM and I was all suited, booted to get into restaurant industry because I thought Bhai will take over Frankie's and one brother should do something else.
Right.
That time I had not thought Frankie will be like, I had not got that belief because I was not running it. Dad was. He gives me Shivaji Park and he says that, there's a little personal story behind that. I don't know if I should use this to tell you that. But
please do.
Okay, so I fell in love when I was 18.
18?
Yes, and Preeti was 17.
Okay.
So, my wife. तो वो शिद्दत वाला प्यार हो गया है.
क्या बात है?
Yeah, and then I said that she is the girl I'll marry because पंजाबी है ना, commitment कर दी.
Right.
तो बोल दिया.
अब निभाना तो पड़ेगा.
19 साल के लड़का को क्या समझ, पर पसंद आ गई और कोई मतलब. तो फिर वो being brought up with 4 older sisters, I love my sisters. I mean, they are everything to me. So my sisters, so I realized that किसी की बेटी को एक कमेंट कर दो ना, या उसको कमिट कर दो, तो फिर
निभाना चाहिए.
And I took the risk of maybe being thrown out of the house because my wife's half Maharashtrian and half South Indian.
Oh.
So I took the risk of being thrown out of the house, which I was very sure of. So I was ready that chef बन गया मैं तो नौकरी तो मिल ही जाएगी. Now my dad, obviously, my parents loved me so much and they knew, and they met Preeti as well and they obviously liked her, which they didn't tell me for a long time. And then they said, प्रीति के साथ शादी करनी है? करनी है. उस शिवाजी पार्क को सक्सेस कराओ.
और शादी कर लो.
मैं बोला सक्सेस कराओ मतलब इट्स 80 स्क्वायर फीट स्टोर यार. वो मिल्क बेचते थे वहाँ. मैं बोला आई एम फ्रॉम हाईचैम. यू नो दैट टाइम यू आर 24-year-old boy. आई हैव गॉट
chip on the shoulder.
Chip on the shoulder. Boss, you get me back to UK.
बिल्कुल हाँ.
He said, "Kar," and he walked off. And he dropped me at Shivaji Park, and I come home and I start crying. I said, "Mom, you know what am I doing?"
Right.
So that's words, and she says, "If you trust me, do it." And I, Mama's boy, I said, "Okay." That was my MBA.
Because it taught you
It
things
taught me
college
things-
did not.
It taught me life. Because my first job there was to have a vision कि भाई ये इतनी सी छोटी दुकान को मैं टिब्स का फर्स्ट स्टेनलेस स्टील किचन क्रिएट वेव्स कैसे करूं. पर वही आई लिव विद वन इमोशन. लेट इट बी फॉर प्रीति, लेट इट बी फॉर माई किड्स, लेट इट बी फॉर फ्रैंकीज, लेट इट बी फॉर माई फैमिली, माई टीम, एवरीबडी. इट्स कॉल्ड लव. मुझे उससे ज़्यादा और कोई इमोशन सीक्रेट लगता ही नहीं. सो फॉर दैट लव ना, वो तभी प्रीति का लव था, फिर मम्मी का लव आया, फिर आया द मेन फ्रैंकी.
फ्रैंकी से प्यार.
जब वो आउटलेट, वो MBA हो गया एंड वी स्टार्टेड द स्टोर, बाय दैट टाइम आई वाज badly beaten up, broken, everything, because I don't want to get into the details, but it was not easy back then. There was dominances of people, there were.
सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत क्या आई?
देखिए मैं आपके साथ ऑनेस्ट हूँ, पर वो इतना ऑनेस्ट नहीं हो पाऊँगा ऑन कैमरा, पर एक आई थी. पर जो दूसरी सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत आई कि मुझे बोला जाता था कि आई लुक इंटिमिडेटिंग. सो पीपल्स बेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ डिफेंस टू मी वॉज ऑफेंस. And they never thought of me, and I used to tell them, I am a gentle giant here. And that time I was, you know, if I'm a little fit now, that time I was even fitter, and I was bigger because I used to represent Maharashtra in shot put.
Oh.
So I think for them it was this 6'2" Sardaji coming larger than life, and so they wanted to mark territories around competitors and all that. Oh, hua! But then I somehow was gifted by Vaheguru that I could maneuver it just by being me, you know. So that दिक्कत तो मैं सबसे बड़ी नहीं आई. सबसे बड़ी आई ओपनिंग के बाद.
हाँ.
मुझे लोग अक्यूज करते थे कि हम आपके यहाँ आएंगे नहीं, तो मैं पूछता था क्यों. बोलता इतना कौन खिलाता है यार.
Oh wow.
They used to tell me because I used to do 42 items from 80 square feet. Me being a chef, and I wanted to prove to my dad that I mean business.
Business, yeah.
So at that age, you know, in the 20s, if you can guide your kids well, this is for all the parents, and you can channelize them.
Yes.
That's the competitive spirit you have, and that I had. And I had started something called the Tawa section so the Tawa Frankies came from there. So we used to do the Tawa chicken and the Tawa pulao, and with the Frankies, and I used to charge pittance. And they used to say, "Aap pagal ho kya?" And I used to say, "Aap muh pe kyun bol rahe ho?" Because my thing was, क्योंकि you know साढ़े घरा में पंजाबी है जो कम हो ज़्यादा हो दिल से खिलाओ.
दिल से खिलाओ.
I still have that belief.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest hurdle कि भैया how do I portion it? मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आ रहा. Then over the journeys we started doing that. We had everybody coming there. We had topmost Bollywood people coming to eat there. Cassette launches. We had editors. We had this.
तो कोई ऐसा किस्सा किसी बॉलीवुड सेलिब्रिटी के साथ that really you remember and it you know it was something that added to you as a you know as a person?
I've never, unfortunately or fortunately, interacted with any of the Bollywood celebrities, but my team says that there were people like the likes of Mr. Manjrik, Mahesh Manjrik, Milind used to come there often, Pritish Nandi used to come there. I'm talking of that store. I think please don't quote me on that, but I think there was a movie Yes Boss or something of Mr. Khan, and I think one of the cassette launches were there in that area. Then obviously the likes of all the cricketers used to come because they were
Shivaji Park.
I was too obsessed with cooking, so I never looked out.
And you were also very obsessed with finishing the target laid by your father, because शादी तो प्रीति से करनी थी.
हाँ, and coming from IHM, na, that I was never enamored by celebrities because I felt they are nice people here. I mean, they are very good.
But they are like any other customer.
Any other guest. I never say customer.
Okay, so you call all your customers.
For me, they're guests. They're guests.
That's
so
how
for
nice.
me, they were never that. हाँ, मतलब हैं, they've achieved. It takes a lot to be where they are. Yeah? They also go through a lot.
Right.
I mean, they're most misunderstood that they have everything. But what about the hardships here?
No, there's a lot of.
What about the sacrifices? What about the cuts? What about the retakes? I mean, I did a little stint in modeling once only for a couple of things. And then I said, nahi baba, mere liye nahi hai. Because I can't be cut. The only thing I cut as a chef is, chalo, aa jao yaar. You know, beyond that, to cut anything was too much for me, and I didn't have the patience. But hats off to everybody because they're artists, and food is an art. So I saw.
Food is an art.
Then we catered to some of the celebrity weddings. Then we cater to a lot of people who are very big industrialists. So yeah, so it's been a good journey. Shivaji Park was a good journey. But if you ask me, maybe I can ask this question for you. What was my most touching moment of Shivaji Park?
Yes, what was the most touching moment for you?
When Dad was going to the next energy level, we got 250 bouquets in Leelavati Hospital of people I have never met in my life. All Shivaji Park consumers.
Wow. So all the people who had tasted your Frankie,
Yes.
in their own way, paid tribute
To
to
my
your
dad.
father and the legacy he left for you
Yes.
to take forward. That's a lot of pressure on your shoulders
And blessings as well.
and blessings. Yes.
Pressure तो मैंने समझ ही नहीं आता ना, मेरे को blessings ही समझ आती.
So, अब next generation for you is going to be your children and your nieces, nephews. What is the legacy you want to leave for them?
What is the legacy I want to leave for them? I think if I call myself a legend, which some people call and they give me all the good words, I think I would be going against my principle of being humble and trying to be there for people. But if the word I have to use, I would leave behind the legacy of being truthful and honest to your consumers. And I always tell my son, if he ever decides to join me, he is right now working for PwC in Birmingham.
Okay.
Good boy, very, very good boy, and very, very honest and true. Kamsam, I would say that bahut siddha hai. He's in Birmingham. His name is Harmeet. My beautiful daughter Ghena is the reason why I'm doing this podcast. We all know.
Right.
She's in Delhi right now. She's just graduated. She also wants to do her own stint working for someone first. So if either of them join me, they've been told very clearly that even if I'm here or I'm not here, I'll be watching. And if I see any consumer not liking the Frankie after the first or second bite, I'll come down if I have to. Because trust me, Mr. Amarjit Singh Tibb, my father, he still does. I still feel him around.
You still feel his presence.
I feel his presence every time I feel I have not done enough.
Yeah.
And I feel my mother's values every moment, every breath of my life.
So in the toughest moments, you know, everything cannot be hunky-dory in such a long span of creating a brand. There will be some ups, some lows, some highs. You know, we all overcome them. But what is it that keeps you going every day to say कि मैंने आगे जाना है? Highs, lows, part of life, but how do you overcome them?
See, you know, ये question जो है ना, with due respects, ये question मेरी life का ना, मैं सबको बोलता हूँ ये question बहुत overhyped है. क्योंकि मैंने बच्चन साहब का एक शॉर्ट रील बोलते हैं उसको, वो सुना था कि उनके डैड बोलते थे कि जीवन है तो संघर्ष है, संघर्ष है तो जीवन.
नहीं, वो तो है, बिल्कुल है.
तो अगर आपके संस्कार आपको एक लेवल पे बोलते हैं जो आपके विचार बनाते हैं, तो वो अगर आपको बोलते हैं कि भैया ये तो लाइफ है, तो अप्स एंड डाउन्स सोचता हूँ ये बनता है.
नहीं, you know, there are times when you are in a situation where, you know, things are tough. But there is also saying when the things are tough, the tough get going, right? But you draw inspiration from somewhere. right?
I am draw inspiration. I am blessed, and I always say this, and I'm thankful I'm getting this opportunity to say this again on camera. मेरी औकात वाहिगुरु के सामने इतनी है, तो क्या टफ, क्या इजी. आई
जो
जस्ट
लिखा है वो उसके हिसाब से चल रहा है.
हाँ,
उनके हिसाब से
और
लिखा
जिसके
है.
सर पे उसकी माँ और डैड का हाथ हो, मतलब क्या टफ. तुमने खाली नेक्स्ट स्टेप लेना है.
Correct.
You take the next step and the cloud will clear. But yeah, if being human, the toughest times, you draw energy from the beliefs that this too shall pass.
Yes.
You draw energy that there are thousands and thousands of people, or couple of thousand people who work for the brand across India, who pray that every morning Jasmit Tibb should wake up. That kick, that
Keeps you
adrenaline rush makes me feel that I'm still on the field with the shot put in my hand, and dad is watching, and आज भी मुझे कोई नया रिकॉर्ड क्रिएट करना.
Wow.
और आपको एक बात बताऊं, सबसे मोटिवेटिंग चीज़, आपके सामने ना जो चीज़ आपने क्रिएट की हुई, आप भी ये फील्ड में हैं, यू नो, यू हैव सो मच पैशन इनसाइड यू. व्हेन आई वॉकड इन, वो जो फटकार आपने मेरे को दी, इट रियली रेजोनेट्स दैट यार आई कैन बी माई सेल्फ.
Yes.
So when you create something as a chef now, and when you when you have the guest eating it and you see enigma in their eyes ना,
Yes, the eyes light up.
अरे यहाँ वो क्या बोलते हैं,
दिल को छू जाती है.
कुछ कुछ हो जाता है.
कुछ कुछ हो जाता है.
करण जौहर जी की पिक्चर
जी.
थी ना, कुछ कुछ होता है. मेरे को तो यार कुछ कुछ होता ही रहता है. एंड नाउ आई हैव स्टॉप टेलिंग प्रीति तुम नहीं समझोगी, कुछ कुछ होता है. So those touching moments लगते हैं. एंड उसका रिवॉर्ड अगर आप जानना चाहते हो तो वो भी बोल देता हूँ. मुझे 10:30 बजे 12 साल पहले किसी का फ़ोन आया, बोला कि आई एम सो एंड सो एंड आई एम अ क्रिमिनल लॉयर. अभी दैट टाइम आउटलेट्स वर नॉट ओपन दैट लेट, सो आई सेड 10:30 बजे क्रिमिनल लॉयर, क्या हो गया भाई? आई सेड इज ऑल ओके? He said, sir, my wife would like to speak to you.
Okay.
And I said, okay. So I said, yes. And she says, भाईजान मुझे ना mutton Frankie खानी है. And I'm 8 months pregnant.
Okay.
And I go like, okay, now can you give me a moment कि मैं observe करूँ आपने बोला क्या? I said, आप वापस बोलेंगे? She said, भाईजान मुझे mutton Frankie खानी है और मैं 8 मंथ प्रेग्नेंट है और मैं शाम से तड़प रही हूँ खाने के लिए, और ये लेट आए तो इसलिए हम आपके आउटलेट्स बंद हो गए. एंड दे सीम टू बी अ वेरी वेरी वेल सेटल्ड फैमिली. एंड आई सेड क्या करूँ? जैसे प्लीज़, वो मैजिक वर्ड पंजाबियों को क्या सरदारों को भाई बोल दिया तो घुस गए. तो आई गॉट वन ऑफ माई स्टोर्स इन साउथ बॉम्बे ओपनड. आई वेंट देयर फ्रॉम अंधेरी. I told them give me an hour and a half. I reached there. I started the store. We saw them coming, but I left. I didn't want to be presented to them because वो करके जताना हमको नहीं आता
और आना भी नहीं चाहिए.
आना भी नहीं चाहिए. तो मैंने बोला चल ठीक है यार, and I left. Then he called me. He said thank you so much. She's eating and she was. I could hear her chomping and saying thank you. You know that. Cut to 10, 20 days. No, 25 days or odd. He calls me again at around 9:30. I said भाईजान अभी क्या हुआ? नहीं, मेरी वाइफ वापस बात करेंगे. सो बिफोर शी स्पोक आई सेड बहन आपको चाहिए मैं वापस खुलवा देता हूँ. सही भाईजान सुनो तो सही. 3 दिन पहले मुझे एक लड़का हुआ एंड वी बोथ आर हेल्दी. आई सेड कंग्रेचुलेशन, आई एम सो हैप्पी. नहीं फ़ोन मत रखिए, मेरा पूरा परिवार यहाँ है और हम एक चीज़ आपको रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं. मैं बोले कैन यू नेम आवर चाइल्ड?
Really?
I have named that child.
My God, this is so emotional because
I was in tears. Every time I speak this, I have stopped crying now because it's so much embedded. That is the burden I carry.
yes,
That is the burden which I tell people that boss, आप लोग जानते ही नहीं Tibbs Frankie क्या है. You got moist eyes now.
because it is such a nice thing, because what you're creating actually is not a food brand.
आई एम नेवर
You're
क्रिएटिंग.
creating an emotion.
फ्रैंकी इज एन इमोशन.
Yeah.
फ्रैंक, आप सोचो ना जर्नी. एक फार्मासिस्ट थॉट क्रिएट करता है, एक हाउसवाइफ विद 6 चिल्ड्रन रेसिपी बनाती है, एज अ कपल बच्चों को बड़ा करते हुए दे लॉन्च दिस. तो आप उसको क्या बोलोगे?
क्या बोलोगे? But you know, Jasmit, thank you so much for choosing to be a part of Voices for Local. I want to tell all my viewers that ये एक ब्रांड नहीं, एक जज्बात है, और ये एक कहानी नहीं, एक्चुअली एक लेगेसी है. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आप फ्रैंकी खाएं तो याद रखिए, फ्रैंकी मतलब टिब्स. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग अ पार्ट ऑफ वॉइसेस फॉर लोकल.
Such a pleasure, such a pleasure.